see what's required for that stuff. These guys just keep getting 10 of 10 power lighting for whatever reason. Put pressure on Romanov then. Gotta weaken him. The punishing sword of revolution. Today we received a public initiative to form a letter authorized to remember revolution times, removing the KGB from the party's control and giving you specifically direct control over it, while also giving the KGB the right to monitor CPSU members despite their position they think is a way to defeat corruption bureaucracy. Even if you want it, you'll be allowed to pass it. Except this. It's only the KGB gained independence in the party and such rights that everyone was checked, even the highest ranks approached. Both the West and dissidents called a new 37. It was an event that allowed me to go to limit authority of law enforcement. We should increase discontent, particularly with intellectuals. Increase the power of KGB and probably their effect on corruption. Which is important because economic reforms increase corruption. Also makes them reduce mind mobilization by more. Law enforcement KGB, but reduces freedom. A lot of our scores up slightly. Let's see. Trying to go all in to get the resource. Romanov is still at 10 power. Somehow this guy got to 11. What the heck? None of this pressure stuff is working at all. Very heavy investment in diplomacy here. More money to reserves. Let's see. Light industry should benefit from reduced protectionism, but heavy industry should suffer. Although we should get more exports from them out. Let's try reducing this. Especially if I go to floating prices, I shouldn't need as much light industry spending. A little more money into housing instead. So that's hard to max. Housing is supposed to increase population growth, and it is. And population determines taxes as well as the size of your army. Which I'm trying to get the size of the army up. So I can win the war in Afghanistan, which might be necessary to make the US go isolationist. They still have some hope that they can drag that out and weaken me, so they won't consider they've lost the Cold War until I win that war, and that'll probably be the final nail in the coffin. Plus, it'll allow me to bring India in the Comic-Con. Huge blow them. Okay, military to Burkina Faso. Resource extraction. Wait, all that fun stuff. Some military aid to Guatemala. Should be able to resource extract up to 60 disapproval here. Boom. All this money. Civil tech. Well, that make it hard to determine how much competitiveness improved from reduced protectionism. Export income went up though a lot. Let's see. Right. DEFCON detente. Fortunately, that soaks a bunch of political power. And some money. Higher tensions not raise oil prices. Conservatives try to isolate you. Unhappy parts of the state authority decide you're a threat to the countries that are trying to isolate you or country on. They won't succeed. They weren't supported by the Minister of Internal Affairs. Seek help from the loyal population. People support me. Hugo. He's a hard winner. Latvian convinced Soviet patriot with a hard hand punishes corrupt officials. I guess, though, he sides with the conservatives who don't like, oh, I can legalize the trots. That reduce conservative power. And the reformers. Actually reduces Stalinist power, interestingly. Trots have their advantages. There's certain things you can only do with enough of them. Although, I think I can set the... Yeah, I can't make... So, they're smaller, so... Probably do more to increase the ultra left. Supporting the trots. We'll see. This might not be the best idea. It might be politically dangerous. Environment could use more support or nuclear tech. It's probably due to the higher exports, I'm guessing. More stuff is being manufactured and exported. That MSC also suffers from reduced protectionism. Border incident with China. An army. Magnificent victory. Resets relations with China. 240. Can't buy any political powers. That was silly. I'll trade sit on. I guess things are bound later. Let's do Argentina. I need that many levels of... in Chile. And Paraguay. I'll eventually have more resource extraction. Okay, Afghan Thaw. Comrade, reformist wing of our party suggests this is the current replacement of the current Afghan leader with Mohammed Najibullah, so he can start negotiations with religious figures and moderate opposition. They suppose that will improve and stabilize the current situation. Historically, this did not. No. It made things worse. Surprised I got that event in this year. 1996. I wonder what the trigger for it was. I can cash on that military aid earlier. Just on. Argentina. Take a slight risk with Chad. Cool. all this to increase funding to diplomatic missions. 420. Gets a little more environmental support. Rest into reserves. I could do resource extraction in Mali. Actually, some there. And Mauritania. Should cash in on the very large, says the army for now. The fact that China's kind of placated temporarily. That border skirmish that I won. It's a very high army strength. It's not just about size. In fact, it's mostly about strength of your military, not its size. It determines how that goes. Oh. Resource extraction, Suriname. And Guyana. Oh. Cool. Take a slight risk in Paraguay. In Chile.